if you're a big person, you're going to be fat shamed if you want to go to a theme park in Australia. They're now making people step on scales at one Australian theme park to see if they are in their acceptable weight limit.
Yeah, I think they got to worry about that stuff.
Yeah, I know they do, but normally they don't make you step on scales before.
People are getting fatter.
That's
they
just
never
it.
had to deal with it before.
I guess you're right. That's probably it. Here's the story from ABC7 in Australia.
The weight controversy gripping Adventure World isn't the time spent in a queue, but the new scales for patrons to weigh in before jumping on a ride.
It shouldn't be something that teenagers should be worried about coming to something that's fun, and they should be, not stressed out about that stuff.
This season, Adventure World says it's enhancing rider safety on 4 water slides. Weight restrictions on the Kraken can average 80 kilograms per person, 90 kilos for the Tunnel of Terror and Sea Serpents. Rocky Rapids is the only ride which is based on the individual's weight. Child psychologists warn the publicly visible red flashing light for those deemed too heavy could be damaging.
There's almost like this fear of rejection, fear of judgment that's going to creep over people.
I just wonder if some of these rides, like they're the water rides where you get in a tube and then they shoot you up some kind of big thing and you circle around and then you go down a drain and go into something else. I saw these 2 kids that went at the same time when you weren't supposed to go at the same time. And the one kid was either bigger or whatever and shot the other kid up this ramp higher than he was supposed to go. And when he came down, he hit like a middle barrier and flipped all the way outside of the ride.
Oh my God.
He tumbled right out of it.
It's all about safety, right? There's a certain weight that it's not safe to ride. You got to look out for people's safety. But how come we have never seen this at any American water park then?
Because we can't, Dave. What do you want to
we
do?
have water parks all over the country. There is someone saying that there is a place in New Hampshire where they make you weigh in before going on some of the water slides.
I think certain people that weigh a certain amount, they could be like shot out of those rides. They pick up speed, fat people in those slides, man.
That's what I mean. Like I think you go further up. Like your momentum doesn't slow down as fast as someone who's skinny.
I find fat people at a water park very brave.
No, absolutely they are. They're
brave.
You gotta be like, basically nude walking up all those stairs to get to the top, and you're jiggling all over the place. The one thing I'll say is it's really nothing new.
Right. Because they're not going to fat shame people. They're not going to make people go on a scale here.
Shouldn't they just say like on the ticket or something like, you should only weigh this amount, and then
I'm sure they do.
Know your weight.
Yes.
I'm sure they do, dude, but they still have this in front of every ride. And what is, I guess when a ride's different. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. You have to get off. A water slide, they won't know, right?
I know, like my weight has kept me away from all kinds of theme parks.
Connor in Boston, you've been to a place where they weigh you before you go down the slide.
Yeah, New Hampshire. They make you wait in line the whole time. Me and my buddy waited in line for like 40 minutes, and then right before you go down, they make you step on a scale. And we were both growing up pretty fat, so we got on the scale, and it flashed a big old red.
Oh, no.
It was the most devastating walk down the steps I've had in my life.
That's terrible. They should do it way before.
Yes.
You gotta do it before I decide to get in line.
Too.
Yeah. No.
Still living through that.
Yeah, this happened to me when I was a kid, actually.
Oh, Al.
It did, Al? What happened, man?
There was like a school carnival thing, set up, and there was a Ferris wheel, and I was in line to get on it, and then the guy put a hand out to stop me, and pulled out a crappy old analog bathroom scale and made me get on it. That's how I
Oh, no. A carny weighed you?
I was waiting on a carny,
scale?
and I was a child, too. This was what This is the first time I realized I was over 100 pounds in my life.
But how are you not? Did they let you go on it?
Oh, no.
Denied the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, 100 pounds was the limit, and I was over that.
Oh.
That sucks.
At my elementary school.
That'll stick with you. That'll stick with you.
And now I work in radio.
Yeah, that's what happens.
But that's the impression it makes on your brain, right? Like, you'll never forget that moment.
No, you'll never.
See, that's the thing, though. That's what's wrong with this style thing, getting on a scale, and then a
They
big
don't need
siren
to make
goes
it
off.
like you won a slot machine jackpot.
Right.
Like,
You know why they have to put the siren on, though? Because think about, you've always had really tall kids, Dave, so it's probably different for you. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Who just did that?
I just ate. They get all mad about it.
I just ate.
Not fair.
Loaded. Sir, you're over by 45 pounds.
Listen, these pants weigh that. I'm
One
wearing
big
heavy
7-year-old.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that's too bad.
Oh,
Like
that's
freaking
a shame.
people out with that siren.
Yeah, I
right
know.
now.
Oh, I know.
It's a good call. You were saying, sorry.
I can't even remember.
Tall kids. I've got tall kids.
Oh, so, having a short kid, there'd be several times where Rowan would be tall enough to get on something and Stella would be like just a tiny bit. Like a tiny bit too short.
a hair.
Like a hair too short. And so many times I've seen them make the call of, we're going for it. We're just going to go for it and see if the person at the very top
Flies
says
out.
you can't do this. No, like they'll
okay.
stop you at the top
I
and
see,
be like,
okay.
oh no,
You
get
can't.
under this. We want to make sure or whatever. But sometimes someone doesn't care about their job and they just let them,
Right.
go and do it.
Mickey in Boston, you were fat shamed on a ride.
It was this guy that was in the car in front of us. He had to be like 350 to 400 pounds. He was huge. On
Where was
Space
this?
Mountain.
Oh, Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
Oh, you can't go.
Yeah.
You can't do Space Mountain.
No.
They were trying to put the bar down and like moving his fat, like trying to lift the fat up to squeeze the bar
It's not
around.
worth it.
Oh my God, that's the
not
saddest
worth it.
moment there can be.
I've seen people like jump because like they're trying. Some of these people try their best to let the big
they
guy
do.
ride, right?
Yeah.
They'll jump on it.
Because don't you feel like you would give them the eyes like, you make this happen.
You make me fit, bastard. You make me fit.
Don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. I'd be like, crush me.
Crush my innards.
Oh my God, is this ride that I like freaking crashed because of him? And they started the ride. We started moving, and it was at the last second that they stopped the car, like right before the, the ledge where they can get out, and they had them get out. I was like, oh my God.
Like something that got set off where they were
Sensor?
like, there's a problem.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Start the ride. Like a last minute safety.
Exactly.
Someone at the top's oh, we've got a way too big guy in car 7. Evacuate.
But there's got to be a limit.
If you go to our Instagram page, just search Dave and Chuck the Freak, you'll see it. A bigger guy gets on one of those wave rides. And this is, again, so many people lose their trunks on this. And he almost does. And that's what almost kills him. He's trying so hard to hold up his trunks that he, just flies through this thing.
Can't even imagine.
Go to Dave and Chuck the Freak on Instagram. But he's on this little tiny...
I'm going to let you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go.
You're good.
He's doing way better than I would do.
He gets a good 5-6 seconds on it until everything falls apart.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then
doing
down
pretty
he
good.
goes.
I'm like a strip. Look at Christ.
And then he goes ass over tea kettle.
Help.
Look.
Help me. Oh my God. He just destroyed his head. Help me, goddamn. Shut it off.
Look,
Shut
he's
it
trying
down.
to
Oh,
keep
his
his
trunks
trunks
were
up.
down.
Yeah, oh,
His
yeah.
trunks were down.
I laughed so hard at that. I watched it over and over again. You have to watch it.
Did you see him smash his face?
Yeah, oh yeah. Because again, he was trying to hold his trunks up.
It was his trunks.
It was his trunks.
He sacrificed his face.
And then somebody commented, "Is that Chuck?"
They did. Yeah, that's me.
Look at that concentration in the beginning.